Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our foundational reading for family sessions. This is session 2 where we're going to be talking about the concepts of print. The concepts of print is particularly important as a foundational skill, and we're hoping that you glean a lot of information from this session. So we're going to start off with a story. This is taken from a text that was written by David and Meredith Libin, and their text is called Know Better, Do Better. So we've gotten a lot of information from them, and a piece of it is what we're going to share with you tonight. As a part of writing their book, David and Meredith met a young refugee named Hani, who was just about to start kindergarten. So while in kindergarten, Hani picked up on skills pretty quickly. She really seemed to like the phonemic awareness games that her teacher was doing, and so the phonemic awareness, again, is just based on sounds. And so her class played, and she was able to master the early phonics skills introduced in her classroom. However, when she needed to use these skills and translate them into reading, she was unsuccessful. She was completely lost. The teachers were not really sure as to what was happening because she was able to catch on to the phonemic awareness very quickly. So after talking with Hani's mom, the researchers and the teachers realized that she had never been exposed to the concept of print. So she was unable to access that. She had never even seen a book when she started kindergarten in the US. Hani was missing some very important print concepts, and that's what we're going to go over next. So just starting off, what is a print concept? Print concept is also called print awareness, and it's defined as the basic understanding of reading. So these things include words being different than letters, words having white space in between them and around them, sentences beginning with a capital letter, ending with an end mark such as a period or an exclamation point, books having a cover and a back and using that terminology, books having a title that tell you something about what the book is about, and also having illustrations and an illustrator listed. Additionally, books are read from the top to the bottom and from left to right. As we heard about in this story about the little girl in kindergarten, print concepts are important. So reading is not just about word recognition. There are skills that our students need to develop and knowledge that our students need to have in order to read a book. So imagine trying to read a book without knowing what the book was, or if the book was in a foreign language and read in a different manner, such as right to left. For us in the United States, our books are typically read left to right and top to bottom. No matter how well you could read individual words, you would have trouble getting the meaning of the story if you didn't have this concept down pat. So in thinking about print concepts, I'm sure you're wondering, what can we do at home to support this? Well, there are a couple things. So I'm going to talk to you about 2 this evening. The first one is reading books at home together. So while you're reading, be sure that your student is attending not just orally, but also to the actual looking at how the book is put together. So visually understanding the components of the book. Point out things while you're reading, such as the cover and the back of the book, the direction of the reading, and you may even want to use your finger to show the pattern. Capital letters at the start of sentences, talking about how the end marks dictate sort of how you're reading the story. So punctuation at the end of the sentence, drawing attention to these. Your students may find it helpful for you or them to point to each word as it is being read. A second option for supporting print concepts at home is to have students practice creating their own book. And so even if your student can't actually write out the words yet, scribbles and invented spelling are appropriate at this point. They can still be a worthwhile activity to build print concept. Be sure that your student includes the key aspects of the book. So a cover and a back, a title, writing spaces between the words, word directionally up and down, left and right, punctuation at the end of their sentences, and capitalization as the beginning part of the sentence. You can also have your students practice writing in other forms as well. So for example, you could have your students practice writing a shopping list, write a letter to a friend, a thank you note for a gift they may have received. Be sure that while they are writing, they are including the important print concepts like white space between the words, capitalization where appropriate, and writing left to right. In summary, concepts of print or print awareness are the basic understandings of reading. Concepts of print are important because otherwise students do not know how to access a text. Ways to reinforce concepts of print at home are reading aloud with your student while drawing attention to book features, and having your students practice writing books or other forms of writing that include print concepts, such as creating a cover, title, letters written from left to right. Again, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to you enjoying our next session.